My parents left me standing at the airport because my ticket mysteriously vanished. They took my little sister anyway. 4 days later, my mom called me sobbing because that same sister had landed in jail and nearly killed our dad in the process. I'm 23F, and my sister, let's call her Mia. 18F was my mom's miracle baby after a miscarriage. That label turned into a free pass. Mia learned early that tears beat truth. If I spoke up, I was jealous. If she lied, she was sensitive. On my birthday, my grandparents gave me an antique pocket watch, a family heirloom. Mia wanted it. I said no. That night, I slid into bed and felt something crawling on my skin. I screamed. My parents ran in. Mia did the wide-eyed act, then later smirked and whispered, "Lesson learned?" Years later, I finally invited my crush over Evan from my class. I'd picked a dress and tried to look confident. The second he walked in, Mia tripped and dumped juice down my front. Then she sat with us, telling humiliating childhood stories like it was stand-up comedy. As Evan left, she said, "Sweet as poison. You can do way better than her." I warned my parents for years. They waved it off. She's young. Stop starting drama. So I stopped talking. I got into a good college, moved out, and built a life in San Francisco. I kept contact with my parents. I cut Mia off completely. Then my dad had a near-fatal heart attack. I flew home immediately. He survived, got put on a stack of heart meds, and suddenly wanted family time. One morning at breakfast, he said, "Let's take a vacation. All of us." I hesitated. I still said yes. At the airport, we checked in. My mom had her boarding pass. My dad had his. Mia had hers. Mine came up canceled, not delayed, not changed, canceled. I looked at my dad. He looked genuinely confused. I looked at Mia. She was smiling like she just won a game. "This was you." I snapped. My mom didn't even blink. "Your sister would never do that." My dad tried. "Maybe it's the airline." And my mom finished it with a knife. "You travel for work. You won't miss much." No other flights that day. They could have turned around. They didn't. I told them to go. They went. I watched my family of 3 walk away while I stood there with a dead phone battery and a stomach full of ash. Back in San Francisco, I tried to turn my leave into a staycation. Books, old friends, silence. My parents video called from beaches and restaurants. They looked fine, like I'd never existed. 4 days in, my mom called like someone had died. She whispered that dad's heart meds were disappearing, pill by pill. They tore their room apart. Nothing. Then she went into Mia's adjacent room to borrow sunscreen. Then she pulled open the top drawer. Next, she froze. One bottle, then another, then a third. Every label had my dad's name. Her hands started shaking. She called my dad in. He stared, silent, and went pale. When they confronted her, Mia exploded. She threw things. She screamed that dad betrayed her by inviting me. She pointed at him and shouted, "If you keep her in your life, I'll teach you a lesson you'll never forget." The hotel called the cops. Mia mouthed off to the officers too. They put her in cuffs. My parents tried to flee home the next morning. Their wallets and passports were gone. Mia had hidden them. So there they were, 2 respected doctors stranded in a foreign country, begging the daughter they ignored to wire money so they could eat. I sent cash. I told them to stay calm and find the passports. They finally did after threatening Mia with another police call. They came home shaken and, for the first time, quiet. It only got worse. Mia raged that they were speaking to me. She broke dishes, hid car keys, smashed furniture. Then one night she came at them with a knife. My parents called 911 with shaking hands. Mia got arrested again. That was the moment they stopped protecting the miracle. They hired a lawyer. They served an eviction notice. They went to court. A judge ordered her out. Mia screamed about false reports and ruining their reputation, but the paperwork held. After she was finally gone, my parents flew to San Francisco. We ate dinner at my tiny table and they admitted what I'd waited my whole life to hear. We were wrong. I didn't forgive them on the spot. I just looked at them and said, "I begged you to see her. You only listened when she almost killed you." Now we're rebuilding slowly. And for the first time, my parents aren't calling my sister an angel. They're calling her what she always was, a danger.